All right. Y'all know what it is. Kicking off each Thursday with the astrological transfers for the upcoming weeks. So before we dive into the astrological autopsy, we are going to start with the Astro-Predictions and pattern probes. And this would be the transits for the 8th of November through the 14th of November. Are y'all ready? Yeah! So, what was going on in the sky between the 8th and the 14th? What do I think needs to be discussed? The transits. We had something going on the 9th of November. We had something going on in the 11th and the 10th. Is that right? Where was... Yep, I believe that's it. All right, so on the 9th of November, we had Sagittarius, Venus in Sagittarius squared Neptune in Pisces. We had the first quarter moon in Aquarius. And on the 10th, we had Mercury in Sagittarius square Saturn. And on the 11th, we had Venus in Capricorn. So let's get busy. All right, guys, we're going to start with the 9th of November. And this would be the day of the first quarter moon in Aquarius and the aspect square between Venus and Sagittarius square Pisces Neptune and Pisces. So when we talk about the first quarter moon, of course it is not of course. Sometimes I don't like when people say it because it's not like everybody knows this, but it would be taking initiative action towards the intentions you set for the new moon in Scorpio. So the new moon in Scorpio, remember, it was about setting intentions for transformation, for a new you, letting go of what no longer reside or align with you, transforming, letting go of that old energy and being rebirthed with some new shit, right? So the Aquarius is what? It's about humanitarians, for the collective. It's thinking outside the box. It is taking initiative steps towards humanitarian and a collective innovation change. So it would be taking that new you the intentions you set for the new you in the Scorpio moon and bringing it into action into the Aquarius first quarter. Taking steps towards that change, towards innovation change, pouring into the community, pouring into the collective. It's that cool, logical energy, that Aquarian, rebellious energy, but for the good. So for the new quarter, for the first quarter moon, we should have been taking steps towards the new us and bigger than us as well, for the collective innovation change. You can also put technology in it because that's all about the Aquarius. However, the Aquarius is rebellious, intelligent, innovative, change, and now we're taking steps with that energy towards the new us. And that's how we're going to look at the first quarter. All right. Now we're going to talk about Venus in Sagittarius squared Pisces and Neptune. Yeah, that's what it is. And that was on the 9th. So now when we talk about the square aspect, we're talking about tension, conflict. We're talking about understanding this energy so you're able to grow from it. It's not all bad. It's not bad at all. It's just about being aware of the energy that's there, that's conflicting with you and doing something with it. So and this would be for the collective. So Venus is our values. Venus is our love language. Venus is our creativity. It's our artistry. It's our love for all things. that's not what I wanted to say. That was just quick thinking. What did I want to say? Aesthetics. Yeah, that's what I want to say. And Sagittarius is about freedom, adventure, being optimistic. It's about higher learning. It's about being direct. You know, it's about I know. You know, that's the affirmation. I know. So when we put Venus in Sagittarius, we begin to value freedom. We begin to be optimistic. We begin to learn to love things that expand our mind. We expand on our creative expressions. We expand on our higher learning. We become really adventurous and optimistic, you know, especially in the matters of the heart. So you may very well find yourself in your relationship at that time. You may find yourself feeling adventurous, free, feeling the need to travel. You may meet someone who is very adventurous, maybe a female perhaps, adventurous, freedom, someone who's optimistic, might bring some adventure to your life. Or this can show up, you know, Venus also in the transit chart, it shows up as your significant other. So you might find your significant other with these type of characteristics. They might seem adventurous, free, and they might seem like they want to travel, and it's a nice optimistic energy to them. And on the other hand, you have Pisces and Neptune, which is compassion, it's creativity, it's imagination, it's also illusion, it's confusion, it's being deceived or being deceptive or not seeing exactly what's in front of you. It's like putting on a rose-colored pair of eyeglasses. So when you're dealing with these two energies, you're dealing with the need to express optimistic energy and freedom and love, and the need to be realistic, idealism. You know, the conflict might be between what you need and what you feel like you need right there, a need to be free, and then a need to have escapism through creative energy. So you might be idealizing your love life. It may not be what you think you see. So that can be a few different things going on there. But for the most part, it would be like you're being realistic and being delusional. So you have to find a balance between that. All right. So my friends, that is the transits. Here, listen, hear me. That is the pattern and the transits for the 9th of November. Now we're going to move to the 10th. All right. So on the 10th of November, we experienced Mercury in Sagittarius squared Saturn in Pisces. So what is Mercury? Mercury is our thinking. It is how we understand and receive information. It is how we relate information. It is how we understand things, our daily mind, our thinking pattern. And Sagittarius, of course, is optimistic. It's adventurous. It's freedom. It's higher learning exploration. So I'm sure Mercury loves it there, because Mercury is about Mercury is intelligence as well, thinking, commute. So our mind really gets to commute here, because Sagittarius is all about higher learning. So this is where your mind is on. It's open. It's on open ideas. It's You're thinking optimistic. You're thinking adventure. You might have your mindset on traveling. Your thinking is all of a sudden, if it hasn't been, it's all of a sudden optimistic and higher learning, and you wanted some adventure. Mercury can also show up as a younger person, particularly a younger male, who's very adventurous, free-spirited, brings optimism in your life. This can also be your siblings in your transit chart. So that is how Mercury and Sagittarius, and then it's going to be in conflict with Saturn and Pisces. Saturn is authority. It shows, especially during a transit, it shows in a chart where you may gain authority or lose authority. It's an older person, it's mature, maybe an uncle, a dad, a father, some type of father figure may show up. With Saturn and Pisces, Saturn is serious, restrictive, it's obstructions, it's lessons, it's karma. Pisces is compassion, it's faith, it's spirituality, it's creative, it's dreamy. So when you have Saturn there, Saturn is trying to bring some type of structure to the dreamy Pisces, a structured belief system, a focus on your focus on your creativity as well as instead of letting your imagination run wild. Saturn don't like that. So when you have a square aspect with Mercury and Sagittarius and Saturn, Pisces and Saturn, man. You got cautious optimism versus doubt. Because again, Mercury and Sagittarius is naturally optimistic and adventurous and is open to exploring new ideas. But Saturn's influence here, it introduces the element of cautious doubt or skepticism. Then you'll have mental discipline and focus. So Saturn and Pisces brings a contemplative spiritual element, often like asking for depth and reflection, while Mercury and Sagittarius tends to think quickly and broadly. So it would be probably some communication barriers or delays, or some misunderstandings in communication. You might be questioning your beliefs and ideas. You might be learning through effort and persistence. So someone collectively with this aspect, it can feel like a pull between optimism and cautions. There may be an urge to think and communicate freely, but also a sense of hitting a wall or encountering challenges that demand greater focus. So right here, you might want to slow down, take your ideas seriously, and do the necessary work to turn big dreams or philosophies into something meaningful and realistic. All right, moving on to what's next? Oh, Venus in Capricorn. Right. November 11th, 126, Venus enters Capricorn. Now, I don't know if y'all remember me speaking about this before, about ingresses. Ingresses happens when a planet first enters a sign and it is the strongest at that point. Now, I don't know if I also was clear that for the collective, the houses stay the same. Like Aries always going to start the first house, and then Taurus, Gemini, any sign behind it all the way up to Pisces to the 12th house. So collectively, Capricorn is in the 10th house. It changes based off of your natal chart and the time you were born. Like for me, Capricorn is my 6th house. So it would affect my 6th house. But collectively, it affects all of us in a career. Okay? But if you know where your 6th house is in your natal chart, then you can kind of hopefully apply the Venus Capricorn to that house. Okay, so again, Venus is our values, it's our love language, it's our creativity, our artistry, our love for aesthetics, how we, the things that we love, how we show love, how we give love. Capricorn is ambitious, it's achievement, it's security. It also could be cold, detached. It can be practical. It is practical, actually. It initiates, it starts things, starts projects. So when we got Venus in Capricorn, you're talking about a love. First of all, the love language becomes becomes practical. You express things in a practical way. You start to maybe value your job, or You become ambitious in the area of your career. You start to be a bit more creative, and achievement and acknowledgement is you're valuing that right now. So this is what would be going on collectively when it comes to Venus in Capricorn. Or maybe a person, a woman may show up into your life who might be ambitious, serious. She may add something to your place in the public eyes. In your career, she may add some value to you. Or you may start to look at what you do value in that aspect of your life. You learn to let go of things that doesn't serve you because you're paying attention to the value that's in it for you. So basically, Venus in Capricorn is you start to love and value the things in a practical way. Your finances, your security, your stability, all that becomes of high value to you. And again, you want to achieve things in that area of your life, wherever Capricorn will be in your house. And you may approach it in a very creative way. Or again, some female might show up. Remember, Venus is also in the transit chart. It also is our spouse. So this might show up as your spouse. Your spouse may start to look at things from a serious perspective. They might become more serious. They might start to value things like security more. They might have them type of conversation with you. They might prefer to be practical when it comes to love languages at this particular time. So yeah, that is Capricorn and Venus. And that was at 1:26. So I don't know if you can relate or remember, but about 1:26 a.m., see if anything felt like it changed, if you know where your Capricorn is in your house. Alrighty then. That is it for the 8th through the 14th of November. And again, don't forget, this is Astrological Autopsy Thursdays. So come join us for next Thursday for the transits for next week and our astrological autopsy. Until then, we're going to get into the episode. And thank you for listening. Don't go nowhere. This is just getting good. This is just a warm-up.